Hey there, welcome. Welcome to Rise and Receive. This is an opportunity in your day to stop whatever you're doing and explore how to receive your fulfillment by unlearning struggle. So today we're going to talk about letting go and feeling safe. And if you've ever heard a teaching, a recommendation to let go, live and let live, let go and let God. You've heard from different teachings or mentors or coaches about you need to let go and you've struggled with it, which is what most of us do, then I think you're really going to like what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to talk about quite a few different things because this is such an important topic. I'm going to talk about why letting go is important, what letting go is and is not, how to feel safe when you're letting go, and how letting go actually helps you to receive the things that you most want. Now, I'm going to say a little disclaimer here because I am going through the process of letting go about something that just really got a hold of me literally 15 minutes ago. And so my heart's kind of pounding. I'm kind of cranky and annoyed. So I might even weave it into there. I'll just tell you what happened and then we can kind of weave it in. So you get to see kind of the process of letting go real time. So for those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that these Rise and Receive started a year ago last July because I was developing a labor of love, which is this Receive Oracle card deck. Okay. Which is on sale at Amazon. So this was the culmination of so much for me in terms of a labor of love and professionally in a creative project. And I did this big countdown and pre-sales and I finally got it on Amazon and they've been selling wonderfully and people are loving it. I'm getting 5-star reviews. And I was just on the phone with a client of mine who hadn't bought them yet. And she was asking me like, hey, these affirmations you're giving me, do you just memorize them? Can I write them down? And I said, oh, they're on the cards. You haven't got your deck yet. So she gets on Amazon and the buy button is missing, the yellow buy button, right? And I'm like, what? Now I jumped through all of these hoops and this was just like such a bummer for me. And I was scrambling and getting on my Amazon seller account to do some research. Anyway, I was the opposite of letting go. I was reacting and I was in hard work doing mode and I was getting ready for this Facebook live and I had to find a way to calm down. So I went outside, I took some breaths and I thought, okay, well, it's perfect. So we're going to talk about sort of what it takes to let go. The first thing I'll tell you is when you are reacting to something, as I was, when something's got you, when you're really attached to something, it has its own momentum, it has its own energy, and it's really easy to get sucked into doing mode, fighting mode, being attached to making something happen, control the conditions. It's got this energy and this momentum. And we can't always in the moment respond. We just react. But the moment you become aware, then the opportunity is to just stop and breathe. Just stop, breathe. That's the first part of letting go. Okay, because then it allows you to tap into truly the power of letting go and all of these things I said that I was going to talk about today. So we'll unpack that a little bit more, but I just thought I'd share that I'm kind of engaging in this process real time as I'm doing this Facebook Live. So before I go any further, if you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm a speaker, coach, and best-selling author, and I help goal-oriented people to see the blind spots that keep them from receiving their long overdue rewards. And I do this by teaching the skill set that I call receiving. It's a distinct skill set. It produces results in your life. It allows you to receive your fulfillment and what you most want in life. And it's an alternative to hard work. So a blind spot is when your current point of view hides an essential insight, and a receiving blind spot, which means you can't see what you need to see in order to receive. This occurs when you're operating more as a human doing, hard work ethic, versus a human being, which I like to refer to the majestic tree, who receives all day long. So we're going to talk about a blind spot today that's related to letting go. And this blind spot is the hard work blind spot. So you know that this blind spot may be hindering you from receiving what you most want if there's something that you want, whether it's because it's a dream, you're really attached to it, it's really important to you, or it's just a goal that you've been working hard towards, and you keep doing more of the same thing. Hard work, hard work, hard work. I haven't gotten there. What am I missing? You're trying to figure things out. You're researching. You're taking a lot of action. You're just really in driving mode, and you just can't get to that place of receiving. Okay, so if you are kind of like with blinders on and you're working really hard and you're still not receiving your goals, this is the blind spot that might be sabotaging your efforts or hindering your efforts. And the way to open up to all the fulfillment, all kinds of possibilities, is to shift from being a hard worker to what I have come to call a fortunate receiver. What is a fortunate receiver? Well, for people who know how to work hard, goal-oriented people generally have some element of the hard work ethic. Most people who believe in the hard work ethic don't even know what the alternative is. There's either hard work or not. There's hard work, unmotivated. There's hard work and lazy. There's hard work and passive. There's no positive side to hard work. That's a problem because that's only one skill set. All right. And hard work is great, but it can only take you so far. And when you're hitting your upper limit or your glass ceiling, oftentimes it's because you need to tap into this other skill set that is rooted in the power of being. And so the power of being is all about how to open up and receive all that is here to receive. It's about being an invitation. It is about being unselective. It's like the tree that receives all day long by doing nothing. Okay, so if you don't know what the alternative is to being a hard worker, you're just going to work hard. But when you understand, I can also be a fortunate receiver, let me tap into that skill set, then you're really opening up. So, hey Carly, great to have you here. So let's unpack this a little bit more. So why is letting go important? I'm starting to touch on this and we're going to go deeper. First of all, letting go gives you an alternative to working hard. It also allows you to receive more and better. When you're in human doing mode or hard work mode, all you can receive is what is left to your own capabilities, your own skills, your own brain, your own research, and your own action. It's great, but it's limited. All right? Think of a hunter, think of a project manager. We're focusing on the task. It's task oriented. It's whatever you can conceive of, whatever you can make happen, that's what you can receive. Conversely, when you let go of the hunting tools, right, and you open up your hands and you open up like the majestic tree, you can receive more and better. You can receive and be an invitation for all kinds of things that are beyond your conscious awareness, your own skill set, your own data, right? However, dealing with receiving more and better is another skill set because it means you're letting go of control. There's that letting go. Okay, you're letting go of knowing how it's going to happen. You're letting go of the timeline of when it's going to happen, right? So there's a whole skill set with how do I feel safe as I let go of control. There is that connection. What happens for most of us is when we hear the phrase let go, some part of us might believe that there's a positive side to that I need to let go. Sometimes we let go because we have no other choice, but we hate it, we resist it, and we're afraid of it because when we're letting go, we feel that we're losing control. We feel that we're not going to get the thing we want because we think that letting go means letting go of the thing that we want. Okay? It means loss. That's what letting go means to most of us. It means I'm losing something. This doesn't feel safe. It feels like a threat. All right. So Opening up is the alternative. Letting go lets you receive more and better. But with that, we also need to know how to feel safe. So keep checking my notes because there's so much I wanted to talk about today. So I thought I'd I thought I'd go into a personal story which revealed to me all of this receiving wisdom that I just hadn't connected with before. So here's how it goes. My upbringing, my training professionally and otherwise led me down a path of being a really high achieving over-functioner. I had a business degree, I traded stocks and bonds, and I was really proud of all that I could achieve, and I got a lot of validation for that. Eventually got into this personal growth realm, and I started learning about masculine and feminine energy and how to cultivate fulfilling relationships by understanding the differences. Now, this isn't specific to gender or sexuality. These are energies, these are qualities, these are characteristics. Okay. And as I started to learn about masculine and feminine, I started to understand the difference between doing and being. So I went through my life and I started to really explore this in the realm of relationships. And so I had an awareness about the difference, right? But I was really good at hard work and doing, and I would rely on that a lot for my professional life. And so it was some years ago that I was really working hard on my business and trying to make some things happen, but some awareness arose in the middle of all of this. And I just really woke up out of kind of this hard work trance. And I kind of heard this inner voice that said, Sonia, you are working way too hard. You are over functioning. You know there's another way. You know that there's an opportunity to be. But this time when I was sitting with this awareness about doing and being, this new question arose. And this was the question, well, I know how to feel powerful doing, but how do I feel powerful being? And I realized in that moment that I could not connect to the value and the power of being. It really was like what I talked about at the beginning, which was either I was working hard or I wasn't. Everything was through this bias or this lens of working and doing is good, not doing, not working is bad. I had all of these judgments, like I said, passive, weak, lazy, unmotivated. I had really internalized this over-reliance and over-valuing of doing. And I just became committed. I'm like, I'm going to figure out the balance. I'm going to figure out what the value and the power of being is. Because I knew it had to be there from everything that I'd studied and everything that I'd observed in the realm of relationships. But why wasn't I feeling productive, useful, and powerful at work? Where was it? What was the missing piece? So I just sat. And I sat in this question. And here's the thing about questions. When you sit in a question, you become an invitation for the answers. So I sat and I sat and I sat, and there were two visions that came to me. So one had to do with dance. At the time, I was taking dance lessons. And it was so funny because I was doing this partner dance lesson a lot. And I'd always get the feedback, which was, just wait. I would learn these steps, but I wanted to lead, right? There's follows and leads, and I wanted to learn how to be a follow, right? So my teacher was like, just wait for me to lead you. Wait for it. But I was always like ahead of myself. And so my job as a follow was to wait, but it was to stand. And this teacher kept saying, you want to anchor yourself. And I was thinking, well, what do I do? What do I do when I'm waiting? What do I do when I'm just like waiting and standing here for something, the next move to happen? Because I want to be on top of it. I was anticipating. So I learned that as I stood and anchored myself in my spot, what that did was it gave me a chance to explore being beauty. Just move into the music, feeling it, experiencing it. And not only that is because I wasn't anticipating there could be this space between me and the lead. There was a space. So it was about being beauty and allowing a space for the beauty to be an invitation to be led or for me to receive the experience of the dance. So when I saw that, I also connected to, well, being beauty, what's the value and the power of that? And I thought about the flower. That was the second image. And the flower and the trees and nature, as I really thought about, well, how is that powerful? How is that valuable? And that's when I realized the tree and the flowers and the plants receive everything they need all day long. They don't hunt, they don't analyze, they don't do anything. They simply be beauty. Beauty is an invitation, and being is beauty. The invitation is what draws everything to you. So in letting go of all of this hard work, you get to practice being beauty, simply being, experiencing being an invitation, and watching what happens, watching what comes in, seeing what is here to be received, rather than having the narrow focus of hunting, the narrow focus of being task-oriented. So that was my experience. And from that moment on, I just did the deep dive into, I'm going to really understand the power of being, the power of receiving. I'm going to look to nature and see how that all plays out. And this has been the gift and the wisdom that keeps on giving and giving and giving. Okay, so that's my story. Let's talk a little bit more about what letting go is and is not. And through this, you can start to connect with how to feel safe in letting go. Okay, so we don't like to let go because we associate loss. If I let go, then what's going to happen? I'll be out of control. I don't get to have the thing I want. It's very scary to the mind, okay, because the mind likes control. But letting go is not about letting go of the thing you want. It's not about falling through space. That was always my idea. If I let go, I'm just going to be falling through space. Okay? That's not what it is. So it's not about letting go of what you need. It's not about letting go of what you want. It's not about letting go of the thing itself. That's not what letting go is. It is about letting go of the fight, letting go of how to figure it out, how to do it, and letting go of seeking. Okay? Because when you're seeking like the hunter, all you can see is what you're looking for. So let's say you are hunting an animal. You're so focused on hunting the animal that you cannot see anything else. There might be food and fruit and berries, and somebody may have left you a gift picnic basket. There might be food all around you, but because you're looking for that thing, that's all you can see. You can't open up to the rest. So seeking keeps you limited, and it also keeps you in a state of thinking that you don't have. It keeps you in a state of lack. Okay? But when you start to realize that you're letting go of the seeking and the hunting and the grasping, all right, and what you do then is you stand in your place like the tree. It allows you to shift from seeking to seeing what is here. So let me give you another example of this. Imagine that you are holding onto a branch for dear life, okay? You're grasping. You're not going to let go, because if you let go, you think you're going to fall through space and plummet to the earth and die. That's what many of us have at a very deep level. If I let go, I'm going to die. I'm going to lose something, right? So you're holding on, and you're looking at that branch. I can't let go. Meanwhile, what's really happening is if you let go, 1 inch below your feet is ground. Okay, you're just letting go of the branch that has you grasping. But once you're on the ground and you look up and you look around, you start to see what is already here. So if you start to think of letting go as, I'm not letting go, I get to need what I need. I get to want what I want. I get to still receive this thing in my life and want it. I get to desire it, okay? And I'm going to let go of needing to know how. I'm going to let go of the timing, okay? I'm going to stop seeking, and I'm going to simply see what is here. you've now just become the tree and opened up. So here's the best way that I've learned to let go. And I've included it in how I teach receiving. Instead of let go, I invite you to start practicing let it be here. Let your need be here. Let your want be here. Let your desires be here. Let your fear of not getting the thing you want be here. Let your fear of not having control be here. Let it all be here. That's your feet landing on the ground. You get to be here with all of the feelings and all of the concerns of all of the things that you wish you could make happen, but you can't. Let it all be here. That's letting go. And as you let it be here, you're shifting into being. You're not seeking, you're being, which is beauty, which is invitation, which gives you space. And you will start to become able to see what is actually here instead of the seeking from a place of lack that's so narrow and so limiting. It's amazing what comes into your life when you practice this. So I hope that this conversation helps you connect with the possibilities around letting go and feeling safe, why it's important, how it's helpful. And I'm going to take this with me after I hang up Facebook Live and have some space to be around my latest fun with Amazon.com and stay open to all kinds of possibilities and let go of this that kind of took over me. I'm going to give myself some space. So here's my send off to you. This is from the card, Let It Be Here. And the affirmation is, I am willing to let everything be as it is. When you can't control something, when you're trying to, but you know you can't, and your head knows letting go would be a good idea, practice this mantra. I am willing to let everything be as it is. It quiets the mind, and then just look around. Be open, be observant, and then you can invite even more. What else is possible now? Just be open, be receptive, and I'd love to hear how it goes for you. All right. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like, please share. It helps me reach the people that I'm here to serve. If you're on YouTube, click the red subscribe button. And if you would like to tap into the power of receiving, the journey, the fun, the experimentation with it, join the Receive community here on Facebook. I'll include the link below. Just go to facebook.com/groups/Receive community. And I'd love to meet you there. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you at the next Rise and Receive. Bye, everybody.